Happy New Year, everyone! This holiday season, I decided to build a crack machine so I can work on my crack climbing techniques even when I'm stuck at home. It was a quick and fun project. I'd like to share my experience with you and hope you find it interesting and somewhat useful. The material list and design will be linked in the description box below. I first measured out the location where I planned to put the crack machine and decided on a 10 feet long design. Next, I referenced some existing designs from my friend and planned out how I want to put everything together. I planned for 4 cracks: hand jam, fist jam, fist hand stack, and a double fist jam, which later did not happen, as you will see in a moment. Then I headed to the store to pick up all the materials and have the wood cut at the length that I needed. Starting with the 2 side structures, we first used brackets to fix the poles, beam, and bottom support together. The long wood for the cracks will be sitting on top of the beams, as well as screwed onto backboards with spacers in between. And there's me just chatting and letting Bohan do all the work. At this point, we'd realized that the wood we got was a bit thinner than 2 inches. After measuring them, they come up to about 1.6 inches thick, which creates the problem of my double fist crack will be way too wide for my hands. We could have cut the horizontal 4x4s down, but our handsaw was a bit too small to get a straight cut across. Another option was to just abandon using the horizontal beam altogether and fix the long pieces directly onto the backboard and poles. But I decided to just leave the largest gap at whatever width it ends up and put some holes on both sides to set some fun heel hook problems. I'm by no means an experienced crack climber yet, so I'm pretty happy with just having 3 cracks that I can practice with. From there, we finished building the 2 side frames and used some wood texture spray for a little bit of added friction. Then I fixed all the boards for the cracks onto the backboard and stacked wood blocks as spacers on both ends. I also added 4 locking wheels so I can easily roll it around or lock it in place. There's Bohan finishing up installing the wheels. Flipping it back up to its feet, I gave it one last measure on all the width of the cracks with my hands. Since it was going to rain the next day, we wheeled the crack machine into the garage to finish up inside. We used scrap wood and cut them to length to make 2 simple spacers to put them about 4 feet apart in the main structure, since the long wood will flex quite a bit when we start to jam into them. Using a long thread rod and nuts that goes through all the boards and spacers is probably the more secure way to go, but this method turned out quite effective as well. And there we go, it's all finished. I added a few screw-on holes and tried out my little heel toe circuit. Here's a list of the materials and tools that I used and the designs that I drew for this crack machine. Thanks to my friend Shuyan for answering all my questions and sending me great references. Thanks Bohan for sticking with me in building this crack machine. Hope you find some bits of useful information in this video, and see you next time. Bye!